Welcome back to Past TV. I'm Blaine Barton, Senior IT Pro Evangelist with Microsoft. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, hashtag that's Past TV. And with me today, I've got Eron Kelly. How you doing, Eron?
Hey, Blaine. How's it going?
Good, good. Welcome to the show. Eron's a General Manager for SQL Server Marketing Team and has been with Microsoft for 13 years.
13 years.
Before joining the Data Platform Team earlier this year, you were previously on the 365 team, right? So,
That's right.
Working on the SQL side of the business there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. Well, before I start the interview, what I always like to do is ask, just a little bit, tell about yourself, get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I've been a 13-year veteran at Microsoft.
Nice.
I'm actually a native of the Seattle area, so I grew up and grew up there. Spent some time, was a double E as an undergrad on the East Coast, and then joined the Air Force and spent 4 years doing research development work in the Air Force. Took a little stint in business school, then came to Microsoft and spent 4 years on BizTalk, then joined the Exchange team, and that's when I actually was fortunate enough to start Office 365 and kind of led that team and understanding of what does it mean to go to the cloud, and then came over to join the SQL Server team here in the last little over a year ago. So really exciting time to be at Microsoft, and then in this space of big data and SQL, just exploding.
Right.
It's just exploding.
Right. It's fascinating. And also, 0365 or SQL Server, great product line, right? So moving from one to the other, still goodness, right?
It's very cool.
So,
very cool.
You're here at Path Summit, and what's the most exciting thing you see here that you you want to talk about?
Well, you know what? I love first off, just seeing the energy of the folks at Path and how committed and focused they are on using our products to make their businesses better. It's just all the individual customer stories are so cool. And then I think this year in particular, as we talk about what we've shipped and what we're going to ship in the next few quarters, it's really market-changing technology. It really does put us way ahead of the competition. And it's great because when you talk to the past members who made a bet, they made a bet on Microsoft. They bet their career at one point. They joined the past community and they bet on SQL Server. They're sort of seeing the benefits of that investment. Not only did they make our products a lot better, but now we're delivering exactly what they've asked for. And so our new investments in SQL 2014 around in-memory, which is so exciting, our investments in big data with Hadoop, and our BI investments are just really neat stuff.
Yeah, that's great. So you talked about BI and let's talk a little bit about big data. We always hear this term big data, but what does that mean even from a Microsoft perspective?
Well, as we think about big data, we think in terms of the classic sense. It's about large volumes of data. It's about different kinds and structures of data. And it's about data that's really coming at you really quickly, and you want to be able to make and do analysis in real time. And so that notion of real time, that ability to process data very, very quickly, has become just a critical ask of our customers. And in a world of Twitter and Facebook where things are happening in real time, you've got to react in real time. And that's why it's so exciting to announce the CTP2 of SQL 2014, where we are unveiling our in-memory OLTP solution. And that is a market-leading and market-changing technology. Our competitors really don't have that.
Let's get into that. Let's talk about that.
What's neat about it is it does several things that really accelerates performance of your application. We like to talk about it. It's wicked fast. The first thing it does is, of course, moves your hot tables into memory. And so instead of sitting on disk, it's running in memory. That automatically makes it faster. But more than that, it transforms the data structure from a classic kind of row page view to individual rows that can be accessed individually. Right. And the concurrency model that it uses allows the CPU to run across each of those rows really, really fast. It eliminates latching, and the performance gains can be 10, 15x just from that alone. But then the third thing that it does that is really, really cool is all stored procedures that you may have running on your system. It compiles it down to machine code, which can create huge performance gains. We saw that this morning in the keynote, and we're seeing it with our customers. Just incredible performance gains. But the best part is, you can use your existing hardware. Right. It's all in the box. Right. We're not asking you to go buy some big expensive machine with terabytes of RAM in it. We're not asking you to pay for an add-on. It's just part of SQL Server 2014. That's been our history and our legacy, is putting it in the box. And so customers can take advantage of that performance, which when you have a lot more data and you need to respond in real time is so critical. And I know tomorrow, Dr. David DeWitt's going to go into a lot of detail about that engine and how it worked and how it was designed. And I know the PASS community is really excited to see his keynote tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, it used to be just throw hardware at it, right?
Yeah.
Throw memory at it, make it more performance, get more CPU power.
Yeah.
And now, we use the power of the software to handle that for us.
There's some hardcore stuff in there.
And
it's really
even
cool.
with Azure, with keeping PaaS, platform as a service, running SQL up there, spinning up a database in 5 minutes, and having everything up on the cloud, or a combination of hybrid, on-prem and in the cloud.
Right.
So it's great. We got this HD Insight, right?
Yeah.
And Microsoft working the Hadoop stuff.
Right.
Hadoop. Let's talk a little bit about that real quick, and then we're going to wrap things up.
Sure. Yeah. So the thing about HD Insight is a great example of us doing a classic Microsoft.
Okay.
Right. Here's pretty complicated technology. If you think about Hadoop and the open source community and all the different projects you need to bring together to get a Hadoop cluster running, to manage and process and do analytics on unstructured data, what we've done is we said, look, let's take the state of the art in Hadoop, and let's put it in the cloud. And so instead of spending 6 days setting something up, you spend 6 minutes, right? It's a few clicks, you're up and running, you can start to do analysis. And we're seeing great stories of internal teams, like the Halo team and the Skype team. They're using it to get better insights on how their service is running so they can provide a better experience for customers.
Nice.
We're also seeing external customers, like City of Barcelona today in the keynote. Wonderful story about how they're using HD Insights to collect a bunch of data information so they can improve people's experiences within the city, deliver services to better locations. There's some wonderful stories about HD Insights in the UK around a company, Scribe, that's really helping doctors identify and stop and prevent outbreaks, disease outbreaks, using this technology and doing analysis. It's very, very cool, exciting stuff. And it's unique, it's different, right? Because most people, when they look at our participation there, they say, hey, well, they scratch their head and say, wait a second, that's Microsoft in 100% Apache Hadoop open source project. We have committers that are employees at Microsoft that are committing code into the core trunk to make this work on Windows and run in Azure. And it's just a great story. And I think the community has really taken a step back and said, wow, Microsoft's actually invested here. And what's neat about it is we can bring a level of scale to the community that they just really, it's hard for them to get on their own. And we talk a lot about how do we bring big data to 1 billion users. And that is that power of Microsoft's reach and the how people are so familiar with tools like Excel. I mean, allowing Excel to connect directly to a Hadoop cluster, pull data off and do analysis, like we saw in the demos this morning in the keynote, is very, very exciting stuff.
Yeah, great interview. Thanks so much.
Oh, great. Hey,
Eron Kelly, ladies and gentlemen, General Manager of SQL Server Marketing Team.
Yeah, Blaine, it's great to be here.
Fantastic. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. That's #PassTV. Once again, Blaine Barton, Senior IT Pro Evangelist in the Developer and Platform Evangelism team, and I just have people just keep coming in, keep doing interviews nonstop. I've had my Red Bull, I'm good to go. Nice. You guys look fantastic. I know we've had a long day so far, and it just keeps going, right? It just keeps getting better. So, so let's get into Lana and Chris. So let's take it away. Which guy?
Yeah. So Chris, Chris, getting confused about who I'm talking to now. Blaine.
Chris
Blaine,
is right there.
We've spoken. It is a long day. It is a long day, but a great day. We've spoken a lot today about ways to get involved in the community, but I guess Chris and I wanted to touch on a few reasons why you'd get involved in the community. So we realize there's probably people watching from home who, are kind of wondering what PASS is all about and why wouldn't you just go to an event and leave it at that? Right. And one of the main reasons is what's better way to learn and do better in your career and increase your professional development than really learn from people who are doing exactly what you do every day of the week. For a lot of our members, particularly DBAs, they might be the only person in their company who's doing what they're doing, and this is a way for them to really connect with other people like-minded. They can measure and compare what they're doing. Is that the best way to write a script? Can I do it better? How are other people doing it? And that's one of those reasons where it's just, there's no doubt about it. Joining PASS and getting involved is just the next step for anyone who's looking to grow their career and grow their professional knowledge.
This is one of the ways I like to explain it is I'm learning photography. And as I learn photography, I'll go out and I'll take pictures and I'll look at it and I'll compare my picture that I took today to a picture I took last week, and I'm like, wow, did I get better? Did I get worse?
Right.
But how do I know if I've gotten good enough to go do a billboard or to take pictures for a magazine? You don't know until you compare yourself to others that are outside and do different things, right? So, how do I know if the database I designed wow, was that really fast enough? I've got my users interacting with me, but I don't know whether or not, hey, is there a faster way? What if I wrote the script like this? What if I did it like that?
Right.
It's just fascinating. One of the other things that I think, just kind of as a segue here, is I love the simple fact that there's certain things I can get out of books online. There's certain things that I can go pick up a technical book and I can read all about it. There's things that I can go and I can talk to people and say, hey, how do I build an index? How do I do that? But you don't see a lot of material for what's the best way for me to path out my career? What sort of roadmap should I be doing? What about this? And so you start looking at books online. It's like, okay, well, maybe you should keep a copy of some common scripts and like a little toolbox type of a deal. Or maybe you should, you always keep your books online or your own reference material, keep your own knowledge base. It's kind of the whole theory of the blogs.
Yeah.
There's a great session. I think it's coming up in about 2 hours and 20 minutes, somewhere close there. Christina Leo does this great
she's
thing.
coming up too for an interview. Yeah.
Oh yeah. She does this
absolutely.
whole neat thing on, what's in your toolbox.
Okay.
That's what you get here. That's what you get when you come to the summit. Is you can sit down with Christina Leo or Buck Woody or somebody at the CAT team, and you can say, wow, what about this? Or how do you remember that? Well, I don't have to remember it. I have references. Here's what I do. I jump to this, I jump to that. So I think that kind of speaks a lot to
and
what
it's
you're
not
saying.
even, just the technical side of things. It's also like career growth in terms of professional development. Like, should I go back and do another course? Do I need to, get a certification?
Certification center, right?
Yep, and we've got those here, and like it's the guidance that people need to work out how to go from, maybe like a junior DBA to a manager, and that's all of our community are really great on sharing that. We've got people here who are junior, and then we've got people who own their own companies and are consultants and have gone that side of their career as well.
And talk about our jump from a DBA, from a technical position into managing technical positions. It's not the same skill set you draw from.
Right.
Seems natural, promote from within. You want to take care of the people who've done well, right? So you promote them up. That's not a natural jump. So.
Right. So let's do a little review from earlier today about all the different types of resources you have available that are available for all of the attendees at Past Summit. We got the SQL Rally, right? SQL Saturdays. Of course, all the beautiful sessions they're doing today. Yep. So what else do you want to add about the community here?
Well, on a local level, the user groups. So, we've got user groups throughout the world, and they're free to join. You're connected with people in your community who, as I said before, doing what you're doing, and virtual chapters as well. That's the easiest way to, people can sign up right now and be in a meeting next week.
Absolutely. SQL Saturdays. You want to connect with the national, some of the national speakers. You want to connect with the local speakers. You want to get involved and take that step. SQL Saturday, that's what it's designed for.
And if you can't sleep, 24 hours of SQL. There you go. And you can get it in different languages as well.
24
really
hours of pass,
sleep.
It's an awesome event. Multiple languages. And people from all around the world do the same thing. And it doesn't mean you're not going to see people from your area. We've got something like 5,000 people here. I mean, come on, you're going to see somebody that's next, that's in your town most likely, if not at least close, right?
Exactly.
And also a great thing, Blaine, is getting connected through our community newsletter. So PASS has a newsletter that goes out every 2 weeks on a Wednesday. It just keeps people connected with what's going on, and that's the best step to stay connected to the community and really find out what's coming up next. We also link to relevant blog posts, both technical and community orientated, just so that people can keep up to date really easily from home or the office. So.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And even checking out some of the local blogs as well. Some blogs are a wealth of information too.
There's a couple of them. Bloggers are going live straight out of the keynote.
I don't know how they're finding time. They're the best multitaskers in the world, but they are.
So what have you liked so far at the summit so far?
I think that my favorite is the community zone.
Absolutely.
I think, to be able to go there and speak with the community evangelists and get information on what you can, bring out of PASS and, these cool badges as well. Pins, I think they call them in the US.
Pins?
Pins? No, I can
Yes,
pins.
pins.
There's an I in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Of course, we call pens.
depends.
Of course, and I talk my own language, so who knows, right?
Right.
Well, it's an international community. I'm trying to,
Yeah, it
Live
is
outside the
worldwide.
box.
yeah.
How about you, Chris? What are you liking about the summit so far?
You know what? Every
Besides
year,
everything,
Besides
right?
everything.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing each year is tonight. I forget what they call it, the vendor
Exhibitor
party
reception.
night. Exhibitor
reception. Yeah.
So a lot of the exhibitors that are here host different parties. You can go down into the exhibit hall and visit with them. I like that so much because I love the feel. You don't see sessions on how do you run this product or how do you run that product. But some of these products are real in depth, and there's so much to learn about them. New hardware, new software, new, all these different things. Where do you learn that? It doesn't
Hands-on,
right? You just do it, and then you just run your head against the wall when you don't figure it out the first
Yeah.
time.
Right.
So
And
you
there's
can
awesome
go down
competitions going on down there at the moment.
there. And the swag. Oh, just wait. The swag comes out tonight.
Yeah.
Now it gets crazy. This is when everybody starts wearing the same T-shirt.
Yeah.
And everybody starts having a good time throwing some sort of Nerf ball at each other's heads.
Right.
It's going to be dangerous, I feel, for us tomorrow.
It will.
Right.
It will.
All right, well,
Thanks,
we'll let
Blaine.
you guys go. I'm going to be talking to you soon.
We'll be back
tomorrow
tomorrow.
and Friday. We've got a full pack schedule. So Lana, Chris,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
talking
been
to you.
so
Yeah.
much fun. I can't wait.
It's awesome. All
Thanks,
right?
Blaine.
You bet.
Thanks.
So Lana and Chris, now the community downstairs are going to be working with all the different community members. Pretty awesome. Once again, we're on Pass TV. You can follow us on Twitter, #PassTV. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how
Are you
doing,
Dell?
Blaine? I am, John Whittaker.
John Whittaker, Blaine Barton. How you
Nice to meet
doing?
you, Blaine.
So we got Dell Computer here. So we're going to talk specifically about Dell software.
That's right.
And involving Pass community
Right.
and the folks out there. And what do you think? I mean, take a look behind us.
Oh.
Take a look, man.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
It's busy.
It
busy,
is.
busy.
It is. It's been a great show already.
Great backdrop.
Oh, yeah.
Great environment. It's all about community and,
Yeah.
and then also on the influencer side, right, with MVPs and Dr. DeWitt and
Yep,
Quentin
totally.
Clark and all
This
these
is-
guys. Pretty big.
This is huge. It's really for us, kind of the premier sequel show.
It is. It's the Super
and
Bowl sequel.
It
You
absolutely is.
Yeah.
Absolutely is.
So let's get to know you a little bit
Yeah.
first. Let's kick it off and just say, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure,
Tell us
sure.
about maybe where you went to school and how you
Yeah.
got into Dell and what you're doing in the community with
yeah,
Dell.
I'd be happy to. So
All right.
I'm John Whittaker.
Okay.
I went to school, undergrad at Biola University. Go Eagles! I did my
Little plug,
master's
Eagles,
at Chapman in Southern California,
Okay.
and I've been in technology for about the last 22 years.
All right.
Came into Dell through an acquisition.
Okay.
Quest Software.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Big, database. Software tooling company.
Yes.
I ran the database tools, so Toad and Spotlight, and those technologies kind of fall into me.
Nice.
From a marketing standpoint, anyway.
Okay.
And then, so for the last 12 months, I've worked for Dell since Dell acquired Quest.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, what brings you to the Path Summit? Right?
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
there's besides everything. I keep saying that to everybody I
Absolutely.
interview,
Well,
but
we're a big believer in the PASS community. We supported the launch of the PASS BA event earlier this
Okay.
year, and it's SQL PASS this year. This is kind of our premier show for our SQL tooling. It's an opportunity for us to get in front of our community of administrators who are out there using the platform that we build tools for, and really it's 1 year in the acquisition. Dell has really been a terrific experience for our tools and our software capability, and at this particular pass we're launching new versions of all of our tooling and really kind of showing that Dell's planning to be serious and lead the market, not just in hardware and services, but also in software. And we launched Spotlight and SQL Server 10.0, Toad 6.0, and a new Spotlight Essential solution that was originally Project Lucy, which allows online benchmarking and comparison of performance of your databases, both in your own systems, but also against what's happening in the broader online community.
nice.
Pretty cool
And
stuff.
by the way, sponsored by Dell. Got a Dell XPS. There you go.
Terrific.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
So once again, we got the viewers here, right? So where can they go get more information about Dell software? What's the URL, or where would they go?
Software.dell.com is
Okay.
the URL to go directly to and learn more about the capabilities that we have to offer the DBA, the developer, and the analyst on the SQL platform.
Okay, and then for the folks here at Pass Summit, what booth? You got a booth down there? I saw the big booth.
You can't miss us. We have the largest booth. It's directly in front of the entrance.
Right when you come in.
Absolutely, and we've it's a fun atmosphere here. So we have big contests going on and T-shirts to give out, and also all of our wares are being demonstrated by the experts that we have from Dell as well as Dell Software.
Okay, great. How about one last question? What do you like so far about the Pass Summit? What's your favorite thing? What are you most excited about?
At the end of the day, it's all about the customers. It's about the DBAs and administrators that are here, the conversations we've had, the input we get. It's of immeasurable value to our organization. We build tools, we build software for these users, and at events like this, we get to hear, hey, what do you love? What don't you love? What could we improve on?
Yeah.
And we take that kind of thing to heart, and all of the tools that Quest built originally and Dell's really embraced this are really driven by the community, and the community here at Pass is really by far the best. It's a terrific community, and we're looking forward to being a major player for many years to come.
Yeah, well, that's great because we love you as a partner.
Thank you very much.
It's great having you on Pass TV. And make sure you go on Twitter and make sure you follow the hashtag
I
Pass
definitely will.
TV. All right.
I definitely
Thanks
will.
for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So there you go. We got Dell Software with John, and now we're going to be bringing on. Are you Mark?
I am Mark.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Vallancourt.
Nice
Blaine
to meet
Barton. Yeah, Pass TV. You having a good time so far?
I'm having an excellent time. It's Summit, of course. It's a good time.
It's the Super Bowl of SQL Server.
It
How can you not
absolutely
have
is.
a good time?
It absolutely is.
Right. And if folks out there, that are physically here at Pass Summit and they can't sleep, we start this recording at 8 Pacific Eastern time. They can stay up all night and watch all those sessions and everything again. Yeah, right?
That's kind of excellent.
Right. But you're a regional mentor from Canada, right?
I'm a regional mentor for Canada.
Okay,
I'm actually
and you're
from
Canada.
Minneapolis.
Yeah. Oh, you're from Minneapolis. Okay.
area. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, good. What I want to do is as a Pass, regional mentor.
Correct.
We'll talk a little bit about what that is and what your role is there. But what I thought I'd do is just kind of break the ice and get to know you a little bit.
Okay.
Have our viewers check out what you have to offer as far as what's your background, where did you go to school, and how'd you get into this role, right, in the community?
So my background is I actually studied theater.
Okay.
So I'm a trained actor, and I did improv comedy. So naturally, I'm a business intelligence consultant.
Perfect.
Makes perfect sense.
And very animated.
It lays out. I got an opportunity to start working with SQL Server, and I jumped at it.
Nice.
Because it was just really interesting to me.
Okay.
And I started doing the presenting because when I went to college, I wanted to be a teacher. I figured presenting is a great avenue for that.
Right.
And I just kind of put everything together, and through that, just seeing the Pass organization and just falling in love with the mission of it and what it's for.
Right.
I was like, you know what? I want to help out more.
Sure.
What can I do? I want to stand up and volunteer.
Right.
I'm really excited about the new My Volunteering stuff that they have on the Pass website now.
Right.
For members to volunteer and say,
exactly.
hey, here's the kind of stuff I would like to volunteer at.
Right. The volunteer portfolio.
Send me a way to do it.
Pass.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you have a wonderful blogging history as well. So
I'm
you want to talk a little about that? Yeah. Talk about your favorite blog series and what you're posting. Tell them out there. They're on the web right now. You can go to his blog and check it out.
Definitely. Go to markvsql.com because I'm not going to make anybody try to spell Vallancourt. So I like to blog about BI topics. I think my favorite part will be I have a presentation I do called MDX Trek. It's a Star Trek themed introduction to MDX.
Nice.
And so I turned it into a 10-part series that has gotten a lot of positive feedback of people learning MDX and people who already know MDX getting refreshers. I've got a lot of friends that say they keep going to that series when they forget a piece. They're like, oh, I'm going to go to Mark's blog and I'm going to get it. There it is.
Right.
Part of why I started blogging is I didn't want to have to figure out the same thing twice.
Right.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to write a blog. It'll help somebody else. If it took me 4 hours, why can't I provide it to somebody else in 2 minutes?
Right. And as we wrap things up, we do have one thing in common.
Absolutely.
Used to live in Spokane. I was born in Spokane, Washington.
Oh, were you really?
So we also actually have two things in common. Spokane, used to live in Spokane, right? And or Calgary, and beer. So we both have two things in common.
There you go.
But thanks for being on Pass
No,
TV.
absolutely.
Yeah, and thanks for being my guest.
Absolutely.
All All right.
Thank you.
Well, that's a wrap with Mark. We're gonna go. We just keep going here and going here. We got Jesus Gil and Eduardo Castro, right?
Eduardo
Hey, how you
Castro.
doing?
Hi, how you doing?
Doing fine, thank you. How you doing?
Hey.
Blaine Barton, Past TV. Have a seat.
Jesus Gil.
So you guys are the organizers of the 24 Hours of Pass, right? Spanish language edition.
Yeah,
So
it's
when you
Spanish
start,
edition.
so when
Spanish
you,
edition.
you know, I've always been wanting to learn, I took Spanish in college, but I really wanted to be like one of my core languages. I live in Florida. I spent a lot of time in
you
South
understand
Florida.
Spanish?
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
right at
you
Latin
understand.
American
Oh,
headquarters
God.
in Fort Lauderdale. Spent a lot of time there, so I'm like gotta kind of bring up my Spanish skills a little bit. I think you can help me here, right? At least with the 24 Hours of Pass. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, the 24 Hours of Pass is the main event for Latin America. Last year we had almost 5,000 attendees about
That's great.
everything 24 hours, talking about SQL Server. And the great thing is that there's many people from different countries. The speakers are from different countries. We have the support from Spain.
Yeah.
So you can watch different topics about SQL Server. And the good thing is that in one session we have people from Costa Rica, we have people from Mexico, from Peru, from Guatemala, from Colombia. Everybody's there, and everybody's a family talking about SQL Server, and everybody's very excited about that. So that's a great event for us.
Yeah, there's a lot of worldwide love for SQL, right?
Yes.
In many
Yeah.
different languages. In fact, I too live in Florida. I live in Tampa, and I spend time in Latin America.
Our
so,
first
you know.
24 hour, our first 24 hours was talking, speaking in Portuguese and Spanish.
Okay. Yeah.
This is for the first and second 24 hours for Latam, and the next we are on separate the Spanish, separate and the
Yeah, we are going to have two
Portuguese.
events.
Okay.
One for
Yeah.
Portuguese and
Okay.
one for
for
Spanish.
Spanish.
I see. Okay. When is that? When are those events happening? Are they online or are they?
Yeah,
are
the
they
Portuguese,
scheduled for a day?
Portuguese is in November.
In November.
And
November.
December 12th and 13th is in Spanish.
In Spanish,
24
yeah.
hours
Okay.
in Spanish.
Great. So that's a lot of organization, right? It's a lot of planning. I mean,
Yes.
what goes into organizing a 24 Hours of Pass event? I mean, how much time does it you spend doing that?
We spend a lot of time because first we need to do the call for speakers.
Yes.
So, and first, before we open the call for speakers, we had many meetings. For example, we have people from Colombia, Mexico, Guatemala, and Costa Rica. We are part of the committee that organized the SQL Server, the pass,
The pass.
the
Yeah.
pass, the 24 hours.
Nice.
And we plan everything, I think, maybe 3 months before.
Yes.
We're already working on that. Then we receive all the call for speakers, and then we have to choose the sessions
What,
based
what
on
is
the
the
topic
right
trends.
sessions? What is the right
Right.
session?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the people is talking about I need know about
Yeah.
the big data, about
every
many
year
things, yeah.
is a different main topic.
Yes.
Right.
So
Right.
this year the main topic will be
Big data.
big data
Yeah.
and business intelligence,
Yes.
how we integrate that with the cloud.
Okay.
So all the
Good.
sessions will go with that topic.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you for being on Pass TV. Do you want to do a shout out in Spanish about the 24 Hours of Pass? Go ahead.
Claro, los invitamos a todos los amigos de Latinoamérica y a la familia de SQL Server a que se unan a este evento que vamos a tener el 12 y 13 de diciembre.
Lo estaremos
24
esperando,
horas
claro.
de paz.
De pass. Lo estaremos esperando ahí. Van a ser 24 sesiones fabulosas y para todos ustedes los tendremos ahí. Gracias.
Bueno.
Excelente.
Thanks for being on Pass TV, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right. We're going to move right over to a
Yeah.
live session. We've got up next, automate your ETL infrastructure with SSIS
Cuidado.
and PowerShell with Alan White. Let's take a look over there.
Thank you for